So, good morning, students. Today we are going to deal with the topic why organic chemistry is the study of carbon. Okay, so what are organic compounds actually? Okay, so in real life, you can see this is a polymer, this is a marker, and it is made up of polymer resins, and all polymers are organic compounds and they are made up of carbon atoms. And other example, you can see this is a perfume, and all perfumes are made up of organic compounds. Okay, and organic compounds are made up of carbon atoms. Okay, so these are organic compounds, and like dyes in our clothes and in our body, like carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, fats, DNA, all of these things are also organic compounds. Okay, so now first of all, before going to that main topic, which is why organic chemistry is the study of carbon atom. Okay, so first of all we have to deal with the historical development of organic chemistry and organic compound, and after that we will come to this topic. Okay, so first of all, around about 200 years ago there was a notion between among scientists that there is a mysterious force in organic compounds. Okay, in organic compounds, and this force was called vital force. Okay, so according to this notion, a Swedish scientist Berzelius gave a theory called vital force theory in 1815. Okay, so in which he classified chemical compounds into two categories: first organic compounds, another inorganic compounds. Organic, and he called organic compounds as those which come from living beings. Okay, living beings, and inorganic compounds from non-living beings. Okay, like minerals and other things. Okay, so this was the classification of Berzelius. But and he also proposed that organic compounds could not be prepared in the laboratory. Okay, so but after 13 years, in 1828, after 13 years of Berzelius theory, a German scientist, Friedrich Wöhler, prepared urea, which is a organic compound, and he prepared urea from ammonium cyanide, which was an inorganic compound. So he prepared organic compound from inorganic compound, and in laboratory, so his theory means his new synthesis set back the theory of vital force. Okay, so and after that there were more number of researches which were going on, and in 1814, in 1845, scientist Kolbe prepared acetic acid. Okay, acetic acid in laboratory, and after that many other organic compounds were synthesized in lab. Okay, so vital force theory got set back. Okay, so this was the historical development. But after some time, in modern perspective, now we classify, and all other modern organic chemists classify organic compounds as the hydrocarbons and their derivatives. Okay, so this is the modern definition of organic compounds. So now let's talk about why organic chemistry is the study of carbon. So why? Because carbon atom has some unique properties due to which it shows some distinguished features. Okay, so first of all, the first property of carbon atom is tetravalency. Tetravalency means it can form four bonds with itself, means other carbon atoms and all other atoms, heteroatoms. Okay, so this is the tetravalency, first property of carbon atom. And second property of carbon atom is catenation property. Catenation means to link one another. If we talk about the catenation of carbon, then carbon atoms will link to each other to form a long, straight, branched or cyclic chains. Okay, long, straight, branched or cyclic chains it can form, carbon atom can form. Okay, so this is the second property of carbon atom, catenation. And third property of carbon atom is its tendency to form multiple bonds. So it can form single bond, double bond, and triple bond also. So it can form, due to these all of these properties, it can form large number of chains, okay, and a large number of organic compounds. So these are the properties which distinguish carbon atom from all other elements of the periodic table. So this is our today's topic. So now it's finished. Okay, thank you.